Hey there guys, Matthew's here and welcome back to another video. Now, one of the most popular questions I'm getting on my live streams right now is very simply, what should I be investing in for Shadowlands? People have got this big chunk of change, maybe they've not quite got their long boy and they're looking for something to invest their gold in that once Shadowlands launches is going to be worthwhile a use of their current gold. Now there's not many items that I've really sort of suggested to people, but one came up on stream today that came up a little bit out of the blue. I didn't expect to be talking about this, but after looking into it in a little bit of detail, it's going to be a real solid, good use of your gold if you're looking to invest in something. More importantly though, I show you the process of exactly how I work out whether these things are going to be worthwhile for you so you don't fall into any traps buying stuff that's just going to depreciate in value. So guys, like the video if it's going to be useful to you, subscribe if you're new around here, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace. Some guy has Sky Golems on the auction house for 40k right now. I would just straight up be buying those. Virtually no questions asked. I would imagine you'll be able to sell Sky Golems for somewhere close to 100k. Come launch of Shadowlands. That wouldn't surprise me at all. What's the Undermine journal say in relation to Sky Golems right now? What? Hang on. Help if I could spell, wouldn't it? Sky Golem. So, on my realm at the moment, there's 9 available. EU quantity, there's over 1,400 Sky Golems. The average price of a Sky Golem is currently only 45,000 gold across the EU. That's ridiculously cheap. Absolutely ridiculously cheap. Wow, okay. This is an opportunity for investment. How much historical data can we get from the Undermine journal? Because regional daily summary 1 year. Can we go all time? Okay, so look what happens to Sky Golem prices, okay? At the beginning of an expansion, this was the beginning of Legion. This was Legion release. They went boom, massive price. Massive boom in price at Legion launch. And then they came down and they were steady 100k, 80k, 90k throughout the entirety of Legion. BFA release comes out. Boom! Region price 200k for a few weeks. That's the game. And then they come down to 100k. They steadily come down to 60, and they've steadily been on the decline. But there's no reason that when Shadowlands comes out, they won't jump back up to 80, 90,000 gold. Because currently you can see what's happening here is you've got, interestingly, there was a huge spike in quantity at one point. Somebody who's obviously farming a lot of them dumped them all on the auction house accidentally and then took them down again. But the quantity, if we zoom in on, can we zoom in on just this bit? We can. So you can see what's happened here is the region price, the blue line, has actually crossed the red line, which basically means the quantity of them that are on the auction houses is going up because people are continuously crafting them, but there's not the demand for them right now. So it's pushing the price down because people are just not buying them. What will happen though is that the speed in which people can craft them is only 1 per 30 days unless they throw a load of mats at it. These two lines will cross again and the market price will go up. Sky Golems, big investment opportunity. Huge investment opportunity right now. There's no reason they won't go back. I mean, even at this point here, even we've got what, September the 3rd, 2018. So just after the release of after the release of BFA, for a couple of weeks. Let's see if we can just go. This is basically going to be BFA. So BFA, when did BFA launch? What was BFA's launch date? BFA launch date 14th of August 2018. So you can see 5th of August, so the week before, a week or two before BFA came out, the regional price was about 100k. They steadily went up in price, up in price, up in price, all the way to the point where they peaked at 184,000 gold. This was in September. This was the regional average price for a Sky Golem, was 184,000 gold at the beginning of BFA. This was September the 2nd, so this was 2 weeks after launch. They peaked. Then by the end of September, they'd come down to an average price of 170k. October. So imagine you're buying them for 40k now, right? Even let's say, what have we got here? End of October. So 6 weeks into the expansion, people were still farming gold at a rapid rate. They were still 125,000 gold. So if you looked at, if you were buying your Sky Golems at the end of Legion and you were buying them for 90,000 gold, you had roughly this amount of time. So how long is that? From early August, before the expansion came out, until November, where you could sell them for a profit. But the fact they're only 40,000 gold right now, I wouldn't be surprised if you can easily double your money on Sky Golems. If they're 40k right now, that's really cheap. And this is what I do, guys, on a lot of items. When you're looking at what you should be, if you've got a bunch of gold, it's always better to have that gold invested in something. Invest it in many different things, and so your winners outdo the things you lose on. But every time you can look at something like this and, should I buy Sky Golems for 40,000 gold on the auction house right now? Well, look what's happened in the past. Look what's happened for the past 2 expansions. The price has basically doubled. So they were 30. I mean, I can't believe Sky Golems were going for this cheap. They were going for 30,000 gold at the end of Warlords of Draenor. And then they didn't just double, they went from 30,000 gold up to 130,000 gold. But eventually they were still going for 100,000 gold for most of Legion. Then they went up, they doubled again at the beginning of BFA. And they've seen a bigger drop off in Battle for Azeroth. That's because, unfortunately, Battle for Azeroth had a significant drop off in players, which didn't help. But yeah, 40k for a Sky Golem right now. The best 40k you could possibly spend. I virtually guarantee you'll double your money on that, selling them in the first few weeks of Shadowlands.